Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Lost. Guys, this is episode 16 of season 2. It's called The Whole Truth. Before we get into it, I think we need to unpack the last couple of episodes. Episode 14, one of them. Episode 15, maternity leave. We're getting to learn a lot more about the others / the Dharma Initiative guys. We're beginning to think that maybe the Dharma Initiative is the others, that the others just are the Dharma Initiative in their costumes and beard makeup and all the rest of it. But maybe first and foremost they are Dharma Initiative doctors, scientists, something along those lines. I have so many questions, and I just don't think we're at the point where we can answer all these questions yet. I have great suspicions about Henry Gale, the man that Danielle caught in one of her traps, and then shot with a crossbow, and now Saeed's torturing him in the bunker. We seem to have stopped the torture at the moment, but we certainly don't trust him. Is he one of the others? I spent like half an hour trying to do anagrams of his name to see if anything came out. I got Angry Heel, I got Green Laya, I got Gray Halen. Nothing that sort of screamed as obvious as Other Man for Ethan Rom. Heary Angel? I don't know. We've seen the 108-minute countdown clock run out, and red and black hieroglyphs popped up in the place of the numbers for a brief instant until Locke finished entering the code and reset it to 108. But did anything happen? I've written down all those hieroglyphs, but I am petrified of searching for their meaning online because I don't want any spoilers from this show. I'm afraid if I search for meaning of hieroglyphs, the first thing that's going to come up is a Lost page as opposed to a research paper that tells me what this one bird looks like, or this sort of arrow shape, or this guy doing a Tim Tebow pose is. I don't know, but I do want to know what they are. We've discovered another Dharma Initiative facility, this one with the medical facility where Claire was taken, but it's been now abandoned. Why exactly? How many more Dharma stations are there on the island? I don't think we're in the position where we can answer a lot of these questions yet, and I have to feel like the rest of the season is going to focus more and more on the others, which isn't to say that every episode is going to focus on the others. So what does this episode hold for us? I just don't know. It is called The Whole Truth, which makes you think, and nothing but the truth. But if we've learned anything over the last number of episodes, it's that no one is telling the whole truth. Everybody is hiding things. It's almost impossible to trust any character. And I don't think we're ever going to learn the whole truth. So is this just a big taunting title? You know, just a haha, you'll never get this? Or is there something more specific? But I'm ready to find out. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, let's get right into it. This is episode 16 of season 2 of Lost, and it's called The Whole Truth.
Previously on Lost.
It's one of them.
I think Danielle's right, but you can't believe her.
Where'd you find her? Just
Can't
outside
believe
our
Charlie
garden.
would do that to her. Oh wow.
자기야 뭐해?
Another Sun episode.
와 근사한데.
Look at them getting all sexy and cute. They want babies. Or he wants a baby. Maybe she doesn't. Look at that face.
빌어묻히게 한 사람은 당신 아버지야. 다 아버님이 시킨 거야.
Oh, I thought he was hiding all of that from her.
손주가 생기면 혹시 알아? 좀 더 안전한 일자리를 주실지.
Man, he's really grasping at straws, isn't he?
아이만 생기면.
Yeah, that's a big ask.
얼마나 찾았는데 여기서 뭐 하고 있는 거야?
Oh, don't tell me he's turning into a dick again.
어서 돌아가자.
뭐? 싫어.
놈들한테 당했잖아. 가자 어서.
이런 식으로 날 보호할 필요는 없어. 그냥 내 밭에서 일하게 내버려 둬.
내 밭?
What the hell? Jin, I understand his motivation is to protect her, but what a terrible way to do it. Terrible, Jin. The controlling husband is a terrible look on him. Is she just working out?
You were running like the devil's chasing you.
What do you want, Locke?
We got a man locked up down in the hatch. There's a possibility he's one of them.
How long's he been down there?
3 days. Seems to me you're the most qualified to figure out if this man's telling the truth.
Does Jack know you're coming to me with this?
I don't need Jack's permission to talk with you because right now there's a man sitting in a room in my hatch.
Oh,
And I want him
your
out.
hatch. People are taking possession of stuff now. My garden, my hatch.
Well, you look as pale as a sheet.
Well, give her some water.
Yes, ma'am.
He's just mad at the world because he forgot my birthday.
I didn't
Oh,
forget.
dear.
I don't even know what day of the week it is.
It's
Rose.
Saturday, Bernard.
Rose and Bernard.
At least talk to Jack.
Really, I'm okay.
Yeah, she's not in good shape at all. Is she pregnant, since we were talking about having a baby? Was she actively trying to not get pregnant back in the day? Because she was thinking of leaving Jin, so why would she want a baby with
돈이
him?
많이 맡기진 않았죠?
No.
진수 씨가 여기 오는 거 아시죠?
Was she having an affair?
얘기할 줄
Oh,
알았네.
man!
그럴 수가 없었어요.
What an awesome twist. Maybe they're not having an affair, but
마실 거 좀 드릴까요?
maybe they are.
그냥 아이스티 주세요.
In English?
I would like.
Oh, is
An
this where
iced
she's
tea.
getting the English
Please.
lessons? Oh,
Very good.
I assume she's having an affair and she's just learning.
This might be a good time to talk about our problem.
Our problem.
We've had him locked up for 3 days now, and I can't help but get the sense that he's just not motivated to cooperate with
There
us.
was some bad shaving continuity in those two shots.
I think we need to bring in some new blood.
Obviously, you have someone in mind.
She hates the others, and she's petrified of the others.
I already did. In there with him now.
I don't mean to be ungrateful, but why are you going to help me get out of here?
There was this guy with us. I was 100% convinced that he wasn't on the plane. I was wrong, and now he's dead. But good news for you, Henry, I don't make the same mistake twice. So how about you tell me your story?
Judy Bloom.
Sawyer, I heard that you have all the medical supplies.
Tell me what you're looking for, and it's yours, gratis.
Can't I just look myself?
It's not a drugstore, sweetheart.
A pregnancy test.
Yeah. Who's packing a pregnancy test on a flight, though?
How do you know he hasn't snapped her neck, John?
What's up with this Geronimo Jackson album? They've referenced it a couple of times now.
You and your wife travel around the world and crash here in a smiley face balloon. Then she dies.
That sounds kind of silly when you say it like that.
The whole
Why don't
thing's
you have a
retarded.
beard?
Because I shaved.
So why don't you draw me a map to your balloon? We'll go out there, we'll find it, and everybody will believe you.
And if I mess up, they'll crucify me.
Do you, or do you not know where it is?
Yeah, I know where it is. I went back there to bury my wife. You people have been looking for someone to punish for everything that's happened to you. Doesn't matter what I do. I'm dead already.
They are really
Draw
keeping us
that
guessing
map,
on this
Henry.
guy. I cannot figure
I'll
it.
find your balloon. But if you don't, things are gonna play out just like you said.
Did she get one? Oh, they're both sneaking stuff.
Look what I found in the middle of the jungle. It's not even melted or nothing. Crazy, huh?
She doesn't care.
You want to split it?
No.
Well, later, dude.
I like how Hurley calls almost everyone dude. Widmore Labs. I mean, it might just be a brand name, but it was kind of featured there. Could be something.
말씀드리기가 별로 좋지 않습니다. 수술을 하더라도 임신 가능성은 불가능합니다.
Son's had a medical miracle too? Her fallopian tubes? Is this kind of like Locke getting his legs back? And she just didn't know because why would she know until getting pregnant?
결혼하기 전부터 알고 있었어?
Oh, that's a terrible thing to ask, dude.
이런 사실을 내가 왜 숨기겠어요?
Ugh, now we're not liking.
내가 어떻게 당신 같은 잘난 남자를 꼬셨겠어요?
Jin. Everyone's going downhill right now. I mean, I know this is a flashback, but we're seeing dark sides of everybody right now.
You believe him?
I don't know yet. I need more time with him. I want to give him some time to think.
Oh, they always just linger on Locke thinking, and it makes you wonder every single time. It's smart filming.
Saeed, can I talk to you?
Do Jack and Locke know about this?
Jack and Locke are a little too busy worrying about Locke and Jack.
This is at least a day's walk.
Let's get
Then
going.
we should get going.
Oh, I like the new mix-up of characters. Like, let's have Saeed and Ana Lucia and Charlie have an adventure.
That cliff there appears to be this.
At least we're on the right island.
Humor's not his strong suit. And I'm saying this to you.
Maybe you should give the gun to somebody who knows how to use it.
Does Charlie just get it because he worked with Sawyer? Or did they ask him for one?
Who flies with a pregnancy test, right?
Right?
Thank you for waiting with me and not asking why you're here and not Jin.
That means pregnant, I'm guessing.
Is it 100% sure?
No, but pretty good.
Positive is a positive.
This is private. Nobody can know.
You're not going to tell Jin?
It's complicated.
As complicated as Jin being the last one on the island to find out you spoke English? You should tell him. And when you do, you should tell him everything, the whole truth.
Sana, you all right?
I cannot have children. I was glad.
우리가 여기서 뭐 하는 거죠? 왜 영어를 배우려는 거죠?
Because she's gonna leave him. And she didn't want to be a single mom. She wants to start over.
미국에 가려고요.
진수 씨하고 헤어질 생각이세요? 난 한 여자 때문에 미국으로 도망갔었어요.
How did that turn
그것이
out?
사랑인 줄 알고.
So he didn't stay with her.
하지만 자기 인생에서 도망갈 순 없죠.
그 사람이 제 인생의 전부인가요?
I'm not saying you should stay for Jin.
Oh, they always did have a chemistry. I'm glad they brought him back. I thought he was a very interesting character when they introduced him a number of episodes ago.
People don't like me. I am what I am. But you got a good reason to hate me. I'm sorry for what I did.
You were trying to protect your people. It wasn't you that killed Shannon, it was them.
Very understanding of him, but that's what I expect from Saeed. He definitely still wants his vengeance, though, doesn't he? Man. If Saeed falls for Ana Lucia,
What?
He's got a problem. He's a serial romantic. Are they actually going to find this balloon? How much of a cover story would they have made, would the others have made? And by making a map, he's basically giving himself a countdown because he knows they're going to check it out.
We need to look
If
some
it's
more.
not there, they're going to discover that it's not there. And then he's going to know he's another.
Oyster. Pearl. For Rose.
Oh, he's going to look for Pearl?
No oyster here.
Yo, Daddy-o!
Oh, no.
Way to go, Papa San. You didn't waste much time.
Nice, very snow.
Seals, Mama.
I like how they do this. Are they just playing it backwards, or? Yeah. I mean, you screwed up, dude, but man,
여기서 뭐 하는 거예요?
you got some making up to do.
바로 해놔야지. 난 네가 필요해. 다른 사람도 하고. 의사소통이 전혀 안 돼.
I hope she teaches him English.
난 당신이 필요해. 다 내가 못나서.
나 임신했어요. 당신한테 할 얘기가 있어요.
It is his. She hasn't slept with anyone on the trip, has she? On the island. But I think she had a little affair with what's his name.
선 씨,
김 선생님?
잠시 드릴 말씀이 있습니다.
Uh-oh. Did he create a lie? Did her dad make him say that?
지난번에 제가 큰 잘못을 했습니다. 선 씨에게 문제가 있는 게 아니고요. 부군에게 문제가 있습니다. 그런 사람을 제가 사실대로 마냥 다 얘기했다면
Oh, he was genuinely scared.
불살라버렸을 겁니다.
어떻게 하시는 거죠?
So did Jin
선 씨가 이 사실을 다
have a medical miracle? How is Sun pregnant?
나한테 문제가 있다면
But she hasn't, has she?
당신한테 맹세하는데 나한테는 당신뿐이야. 그게 사실이고.
I believe that. I believe that. So is this an immaculate conception? Or is this a medical miracle for Jin?
그렇다면 이건 기적이야.
What's that look about? What's she thinking?
사람들에게 알려도 돼?
잭하고 케이트는 벌써 알고 있고 아마 소율도 알고 있을 거예요.
데디오.
Daddy-o. He's finally figured it out.
한 20분만이라도 혼자 있고 싶은데 그냥 혼자서 당신이 괜찮다면.
Trust her, man.
그럼 그렇게 해.
Of course, another baby gives the others another target.
Love you.
He's learning. He'll learn super quick because it's television, and by season 3 he'll be speaking English. What are we about to learn before the end of the episode here, though?
Men reject their prophets and slay them, but they love their martyrs and honor those whom they have slain.
Either way, it sounds like you end up dead.
Jack's the martyr and Locke's the prophet, though.
What's the computer for?
Nothing.
Oh, man.
Wow, where'd you guys get cereal?
So they didn't eat it all when Hurley was doing the inventory?
I mean, I'd be asking all kinds of questions about all this stuff down here. You guys don't even seem that curious. I guess I earned myself some goodwill for finally drawing that map for Anna.
They don't know about the map.
What map?
Did you?
No. Wow, you guys have some real trust issues, don't you?
Yeah, we've been talking about that for weeks.
Of course, if I was one of them, what would I do? There'd be no balloon.
Send them to a trap.
So I'd draw a map to a real secluded place.
Oh, jeez.
Good place for a trap. And when your friends got there, a bunch of my people would be waiting for them. And then they'd use them to trade for me.
Is that what's about to happen?
I guess it's a good thing I'm not one of them, huh?
Oh, jeez, how do you believe a word coming out of this guy's mouth? He's way too confident for a prisoner.
You guys got any milk?
Oh, man. Henry is not acting like an innocent man. Why is he acting like this if he's not one of the others? Like, why would you like, I get that he's driving that little wedge between Jack and Locke, trying to make them doubt each other, but that final statement telling, oh, what I would have done is drawn a map to a remote area and have them ambushed. I mean, what does that possibly serve him if that's actually where the balloon is? I mean, like, you're just riling up suspicion of your prison guards. You know, you want the prison guards on your side when you're in jail, not the other way around. Thank goodness I'm watching another episode. You know, this was an interesting episode for another reason, and it almost because it felt like Sun's story was the B story. I know we spent a lot of time in it, but it really was a very secondary story beat, at least for the time being. I'm sure it's going to turn into more. And like I mentioned during the episode, another baby, another pregnant woman gives the others another potential target. You know, gives the Dharma Initiative someone else to inject in the belly down the road. We're just repeating the Claire pattern, but and it obviously creates the mystery of how did Sun get pregnant. Now it's possible that she's lying to Jin and she did sleep with someone on the island without us knowing about it, and the likely candidate would be who? Like, did she and Michael ever have enough time? Because when she and Michael were interacting, Jin was super possessive. The only time where it makes sense would have been when Jin was at sea on the raft and missing for those number of days. Now, that wasn't that long ago in story time. That was like less than 2 weeks ago, I think. And I'm not sure you'd know you were pregnant that quickly. But B, who would she have hooked up with? Because Michael was on the raft, Jin was on the raft, Sawyer was on the raft. I mean, Hurley? No. Jack? I mean, I know she's sort of been his nurse and stuff, but I can't imagine that Jack would do that. He would beat himself up too much if he had done something like that, if he had succumbed. And so yeah, I don't think Sun cheated on Jin. So then one of two things happened. Either Jin has been cured just by the crash itself, much in the way Locke was cured of his paraplegia, or, like Jin said, it's just a miracle. And I guess we just sort of have to speculate, and eventually we'll find out, maybe. I like that they brought back, I'll have to learn his name because I don't know it off the top of my head, but the bald Korean guy that Sun was originally matched up with. They had a really interesting relationship in that first episode earlier this season, and I think he's a really interesting character. She obviously felt some attraction to him back in the earlier episode. He's the one that's teaching her English. They left the flashback at a very interesting moment, and we can't be certain whether or not they may have acted on their feelings for each other, because I think they both have feelings, and it sounds like his decision to go to America to pursue a woman that he met at college didn't pan out. He's back in Korea now, a couple of years later, so presumably he's sort of available and on the market. So yeah, very interesting, very interesting. I hope we see more of that backstory. I think that could be really interesting and fun. But it feels like the main story is more about what's going on with Henry Gale, Ana Lucia being brought into the fold of, you know, these core bunker characters who are wrestling for control of the direction of the group. You know, she's got a really good read on Jack and Locke. They're mostly worried about Locke and Jack. I thought that was a great line, and it really sort of summed things up properly, nicely, and succinctly. I thought that was really, really nicely done. But I find it fascinating, the her and Sayid dynamic. You know, Sayid being a very forgiving man, but I think he realizes, you know, and it would be so easy to put the blame on Ana Lucia, and she even deserves some of it, you know, but he's decided to put the blame on the others, and he wants proof that Henry is one of them so that he can exact some level of revenge. You know, this has really been a war of attrition between the survivors and the others since the date of the crash. Yes, the others have taken a number of survivors. We know they took 3 on the first day from the tail section. We know they took 9 more later. We know that Goodwin killed Nathan. And we know they had tried to kill Charlie. But on the flip side, the first night at the tail section, Mr. Echo killed 2 of the others. Ana Lucia killed another 2 weeks later. Charlie killed Ethan. So as far as we don't actually know that the others have actually killed anybody. But the tail survivors have killed 4 of the others. So, you know, if you want to get very open-minded about it, the others could really be looking at the survivors as a dangerous threat. You're not surprised that they used the cover of night and they got into their costumes and their makeup to put the fear of God in the survivors and scare them off. And maybe they're not as powerful as they appeared to be in that scene. They happened to have Kate at gunpoint, and that might have been enough to swing the tide, but we don't even know that there were bullets in that old Luger. We know there is a crack shot amongst the others because they winged Sawyer when he got aggressive, but yeah, you know, as of now we don't actually know that the others have killed anybody. They also took a shot at Sawyer on the raft, I guess. So the others have hung Charlie and shot Sawyer twice, and other than that, we don't know that they've actually killed anyone. So, something to think about. Yeah, really good episode, but now I'm very worried about what's going to happen to Sayid, Charlie, and Ana Lucia. You know, they're more than a day away, they're in this secluded spot. Maybe they're walking into an ambush, especially since they decided to go their separate ways at the end and search separate quadrants, separate grids. But yeah, how long is Henry Gale going to be this this voice that just stirs up distrust and doubt amongst the survivors before they don't see the value in him? But you've got to think he's another at this point, right? After that conversation over cereal. Like, I don't see how you can't believe that. But the fact that they're putting it out there makes me uncertain. You know, Lost is so good at misleading us, misdirecting us, showing us one thing, telling us another, and having the truth be a third thing entirely. And yeah, I just don't know what to think. So I'm probably going to have to watch another episode. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with me. Until next time, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.